Hey, what's going on, everybody? Big J Gleez here, and we're going to get into this online matchup right here. I just basically chopped the video down and took all the plays from the game, and you'll see this guy that I'm playing against, he's using Carolina, I'm using Seattle, and there's a lot of things that happen in this game. Apparently he saw something there. He's running the fake screen to the left, and apparently he saw something there that I didn't see. I don't know, I guess he thinks he's going to get the first down. But I know that guy's going to be standing still, and on the catch, he's not going to be able to get that first down when I have a guy in the flat. So I don't know what he actually was looking at. As I go through the game in the beginning, he's giving me a lot of off-tackle looks. So a lot of times I'm coming up, just quick snapping off tackle. I run a little bit of inside zone, a little read option, making sure that I'm sliding, and you should be sliding as well. But more importantly in this, besides the actual gameplay and some of the things that I'm doing and he's doing on offense and defense, I want to get into some type of, there's actually a life lesson, a Madden lesson that you can learn from this game. During this game, I feel as though I'm playing really well, and I do make a couple mistakes on defense. You'll see in a little bit I actually run the 4-6, the blitz that I put up, and if you remember in the video, one of the weaknesses is the run, and this guy does choose to run the ball a lot. You'll see right here he actually scores a touchdown because I'm running that stupid defense when I shouldn't be. All right, and I shouldn't say stupid defense, but it is a very good defense. You just have to pick and choose your spots as to where you should be running it. So in that spot, in that particular instance, I know that I made a bad decision. But for the most part, I played the game really, really well. And a lot of things don't really go my way. You might be thinking, well, what kind of things don't go your way? Well, the run game worked pretty well. The pass game, there were multiple times where I had receivers that were wide open, and my quarterback is just throwing ducks. He's throwing the ball in the dirt on a couple plays on some deep post patterns. He's actually throwing the ball way too high, and he's not putting the ball in the proper spot. And it's pretty frustrating because these are drive stoppers. And the thing that really aggravates me is the fact that you'll see later on that this guy actually runs plays where he's throwing, look at that pass, like why is that pass, I don't understand, but he throws passes right to my defenders, and passes that should absolutely be intercepted, and they're just not. And oftentimes not only are they not intercepted, but he gets rewarded for it. And you'll actually see right here, because the wide receiver bumps the defensive end, his guy just fluke inside on my tackle, which is okay. I mean, I should be blocking my running back, so I'll take the hit for that one. But you'll notice, watch as we go through this game, he'll be throwing a lot of passes that are right to my defenders, probably 6 or 7 of them. I'll actually keep a tally on the side. We'll keep a tally of how many passes should have been intercepted, and we'll keep a tally of that just to make sure. But the lesson that I want everyone to learn here is that things don't always go your way. In life, in Madden, that's the way things are. Things don't always go your way, but you're going to have to find a way to overcome these things and still do a great job. There's one right there. Throw right to Sherman. User pick, drop. But, that's the way the game goes. That's the way the game is. And if you want to be successful at this game, you're going to have to realize that. You're going to have to understand that these are things that are out of your control, and sometimes you're just going to have to fight the game as well as the opponent. Another thing that I noticed in this game is that it lags up quite a bit, and particularly at opportune times for my opponent, and it leads me to believe that he's doing this on purpose, and he probably is, and there is evidence of that, which we'll see later in the game. So right now it's 7-7. He continues to throw the ball into my defense consecutively over and over again, and right there I mess up. I was running a cover 2 and I got caught on my safety, so when I brought my safety down, he wasn't able to make a play in that position as I was caught on him. Right there you'll see that he overthrows the ball tremendously by about 10 yards for whatever reason to a wide open receiver. So right here we go to roll out. He actually has a contain over there, so I got to just ditch the ball. Whenever you roll out and you notice a contain, you got to get rid of the ball quickly because they play the contain really, really well. So right here we're running another post and he overthrows the ball. My receiver short arms it. I don't know what's going on there, but he's wide open. So that's a drive stopper right there. 2 wasted downs out of my control. But again, like I said, you have to overcome it. So he gets the ball back, and he really wants to run the ball. running the ball is definitely this guy's MO. And whenever he does go for a pass, most times he's throwing that little fake screen pattern, which is okay. I start manning my defensive end up to that guy, and that really begins to shut that down. He throws the ball, gets popped, gets a drop. Right there, that's pretty good by me. We have another dropped user pick. Another one, another one, another one. How many will we have? So right here, we're running the play. He's running the screen. Very good call by him. Very, very good call. Have to commend him on that. That was a great call, especially against that blitz. I am sending a blitz. So right here, we'll see that I send the double edge 4-6 blitz. I also am pass committing, and you'll notice both of my defenders, one runs for the running back and the other one just completely misses. I don't even know what's going on there. How does that happen? I've never seen that happen before, where both guys just completely miss the quarterback. So, and he fumbles and he recovers it. At this point, I'm just aware that this is just going to be one of those games, and I'm just going to have to persevere and overcome it. And again, I pop his quarterback, he fumbles, and he recovers it. So I send another little blitz at him, and he gets a sack. Good. So now he's in an area where I'm in position, and my defender, again, just completely misses the ball. He throws it right at my defender. I purposely have him in a spot to pick that ball off, and he misses. So he has the ball at the 1 yard line. I'm pretty sure that he's going to throw to the flat as he's running no huddle. So I make sure both flats are covered. I send an A-gap nano right up in his face and make him throw the ball early. So he throws the ball early and pop. So I get the ball back. Perfect. So right before half, all we do is run a little bit of fullback dive here. Just try to get this to the end of the half. I don't really want to do anything too risky at my 1 yard line. So that's all we're going to do. We run the ball out, run the clock out, and we begin the second half. Awesome. So I get the ball. I'm looking really to get a big return, and he squib kicks it, fortunately for me. So I get the ball at the 45, and again, he's still giving me those off-tackle looks, and he's giving me the edge every single time, so I'm quick snapping off tackle. This play right here, my fullback actually just runs by the person he's supposed to block, and that happens. That happens, and you just have to adjust to it. Right here, we get a nice little post. The quarterback is throwing the ball perfectly now, but Percy Harvin gets injured. Lucky for me, more luck. So running off tackle, pounding the ball. All right, running off tackle, doing a good job. We get a little drag here. Throw it right between the coverage. Now we have Marshawn Lynch at fullback, and he will not be denied. Lynch is just an absolute beast at fullback on fullback dives. So I often will run that against people, especially in short yardage situations. Oh man, look at that stick. I just juked this guy right out of his pants. Whoop, 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 whoop. Just right out of him. Oh, I love that. So right here, we run goal line. We run the sting. All right, the sting is a very good run. People can't even stick down to it. They can't commit to the run against it. He did on that play, and you see what happens. The whole line just washes down every defender. All right, so he gets the ball back. So right now I know that I just need a stop, and once I get a stop, I'll be able to score because he hasn't done anything. There's another drop pick. He hasn't done anything on defense that has scared me or, caused me to think that I won't score every single time I have the ball. So I just know that I need one stop, and this game is practically over. I'm sure that he is also aware of this, and there is evidence to that later. So right here, I send a vicious, vicious blitz at him. I'm actually sending 7, and he breaks the tackle and almost gets the first down, but he doesn't. So he went forward on 4th down. I get the ball back. Right here, we're running some read option. I'm making some good reads, some good cuts. Marshawn Lynch is breaking a couple tackles for me, and we run the sting again. And again, if you're not running the sting, you should be. Right here, we kick the ball off. Now, I'm thinking to myself, this guy's going to try to push the ball now. So I need to make sure that my pass defense is good, and then he spins, and he basically spins out of 4 guys on my team. They all get faked out by the spin. And again, that's something that happens in Madden. So right here, he runs the ball, first play. He actually paused it before that play and was in the pause menu for quite a bit, and I was letting him, I was hitting the B button a couple times and making sure he had ample time. Then this happens. Oh boy. So apparently this guy was very aware and understood that he had no business being in this game, and instead of taking the loss, learning from it, he decides that he's just going to quit and I guess that's an IP boot. That's what I actually have heard from a couple of my friends when it says the network has timed out somebody that IP boots. So that means that he basically kicks me out of the game and he gets a win. So in that situation, you have to realize that you still are the better player. Your online record doesn't mean anything. Alright, that wasn't a money game. That was just an online game against a random opponent. You have to take that with a grain of salt. I know a lot of people get bent out of shape, they get really upset, and these people do ruin the online experience. But you have to realize that you're still a better player. You have to take the positives from games like this. Games where things don't go your way, you persevere through it, and then the guy boots you out the game and you get a loss. You know, that stuff's going to happen, especially when you play high-ranked players, and I'm pretty sure that he was a high-ranked player, but rank doesn't mean anything. A lot of guys cheat to get their rank, alright, so you have to realize that as well. Don't worry about your rank. Worry about getting better. Develop plays. Develop your reads. Develop play calls for certain situations. You know, have your go-tos in each type of situation, down and distance. I actually had someone ask me a very, very good question, which I'm going to make a video about right after this one, about down and distance and what do you call on defense in certain situations. And, you know, those are the types of things that you should be thinking about and worrying about. Don't worry about winning these online games because they don't necessarily mean all that much. All right, getting better, becoming a better player, becoming a smarter player, those are the things you need to worry about. Some things are going to be out of your control, and that's that. Alright, so I hope you liked the video. Thanks for checking in. Once again, that's Big J Gleez. If you didn't click that subscribe button already, make sure you do. Thanks for checking in, and continue to game strong.